in the game, cause see the boxing voice.
Welcome back, gang, for the first time and hopefully many more to come. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel and click on the notifications right here, this little bell, so you can get those emails every time we go.
You ain't never seen this man show a video where he was running on the track. Ever! Never. Ever!
ThaBoxingvoice.com.
What broke him down? Was it just the body punching? When I was hitting him with body punching, I heard him, actually he was crying in there. You were saying that Biggs was crying when you hit him? Yes. When did that happen? And perhaps the 4th round on?
ThaBoxingvoice.com.
So that you knew you had him by that time? Absolutely, but I knew he was tough and they were taking those punches.
REVIEW-Rungvisai Productions.
What is up, Patreon family? How's it been? I know you guys are very upset. There was no media reaction, no live fight chat for Superfly last night, and of course we're gonna have no Sunday show because Nestor Gibbs is out of town still. But don't worry, he's gonna be back tomorrow, so we're gonna get back into the run of things. But don't worry, the Hipster's here, Standing 8's here, and we're gonna do a quick rundown, quick breakdown of the triple header on HBO last night on Superfly. There was a show for the World Boxing Super Series event as well. Unfortunately, that got flagged, so we had to take that down. So making up for this one, hopefully this one does not get flagged as well. But we're gonna get right into it, of course, because you know we have so much to get into. So I mean, I know a lot of maybe of the casual fans out there, you know, the people that think like Nestor Gibbs, who, you know, don't really care about the lighter weight classes. You know, him and Deontay were chummy about that. You know, they're like, oh, you can get rid of some of those, you know, lower weight classes. We don't need them. Okay. These fights were by far some of the best fights of the year that we've had so far in this very early year. You know, it's only February, but I mean, REVIEW-Rungvisai versus Estrada was a fantastic fight. That 12th round was potentially round of the year. You know, I think even when we get down to December this year, that's going to be in the conversation for round of the year. Is this 12th round between Rungvisai and Estrada? Just a fantastic display of just, I would say, skill, heart, determination. Obviously, we also have the Carlos Cuadras versus the McWilliams Arroyo fight. McWilliams coming off a 2+ year layoff, so to speak, resting up due to some injuries, and Carlos Cuadras, you know, definitely looking a little bit, I would say, I'm not gonna say faded or sharp one, but again, we're gonna get into that, of course. And then Donnie Nietes versus Juan Hevko, definitely a emphatic victory, though. That was obviously the biggest mismatch of the card, but again, we will get into it, and it should be fun. So let's get right into the highlights of Donnie Nietes versus Juan Hevko in the Forum in Inglewood, California. Nietes was just the bigger man. He was just the heavier hitter, the better boxer. You know, he took up the most real estate in the ring. His shots were the most punishing in the ring as well. And he also, I would say, just overall had his way with Hevko for a majority of the fight. You know, I would say, you know, maybe there was parts within the round, but as you see with the knockdown right there, that would end up finishing the fight. This stoppage, a little bit questionable. Definitely let me know in the comment section what you thought of that stoppage and whether it should have been continued or not. Though, I mean, we do have to admit this, that we knew who the winner was going to be. I would say even within the first round, you could sort of tell what the tenor of the fight was going to be, what the look of the fight was going to be. You know, so I think it's going to be very interesting. I think it's going to be definitely one of those fights where we're going to look at now. You know, Don Nietes is somebody that we're going to look at and see where he can start mixing it up moving forward. Definitely should be a fun one. Definitely should be an interesting one when he starts mixing up there with the top of his division. Carlos Cuadras versus McWilliams Aurora. Both guys having lost to Roman Chocolatito Gonzalez in 2016, as you can remember. McWilliams, though, he took a 2-year layoff from that Roman Gonzalez fight. Obviously, Cuadras has had mainly losses since then. He did beat, was it David Kimura, I believe? Kimura, I forget his name exactly. But obviously losing to Estrada, losing to Roman Chocolatito Gonzalez. You know, he's been in there. He's been a little bit more shop-worn, so to speak. And obviously now a loss to McWilliams. Even though it was a close competitive fight, as you're going to see in the highlights, I thought Carlos Cuadras just, you can tell the shots were affecting him. You can tell that McWilliams was hurting him. You know, throughout the fight, you can tell that his shots were just affecting Cuadras in a way that we really haven't seen. Is that due to what he's been in there with, the competition he's been in there with? Obviously, you see that McWilliams himself got rocked there as well. Carlos Cuadras also having a new trainer with Abel Sanchez. Does that play a factor? I thought it did in terms of what he was trying to do in there. You know, there was moments where he would be on the back foot like he usually is as a boxer. I thought he would have some success countering McWilliams, but I thought he would just be in there in the phone booth for too long, with a guy that was younger, could hit a little bit harder, and a little more crisper on the shots. The shots were a little more compact, McWilliams. Definitely, I think the right guy won. Though I'm not gonna be upset if somebody sits here and goes, Cuadras outworked him. I won't be upset at that at all, because that's my exact reasoning as to how Rungvisai beat Estrada, and I definitely think that one is not as questionable as the Cuadras McWilliams fight. I think that Rungvisai definitely outworked, out-hustled, landed the better shots as well, I would say, against Estrada. Estrada, to me, especially in the first, I would say 7 to 9 rounds, was willing to be on the back foot, was willing to play the counter game and be okay with throwing single shots, while Rungvisai was throwing in combination, was being the aggressor, was attacking the body, was mixing it up, was landing a little more I would say the fan-friendly shots, so to speak. Obviously that 12th round was fantastic, but again, I think Rungvisai is the deserved winner. I think he just outworked him. This is what you see when we have a workman-like champion that sort of comes from nothing. You get a Rungvisai who's always going to be there to throw, durable, and can throw some hard shots. I mean, Estrada, he definitely wasn't hurt by any of these shots, I would say, but you can tell he respected the power. I would say both did. But Rungvisai, he's been in there already with the best. Same with Estrada, of course. But momentum right now is really on Rungvisai's side. When you knock out one of the best flyweight and super flyweight champions of all time, in Roman Gonzalez, yeah, you're gonna have the momentum on your side and feel like you can walk through anything, and that's what he did. He was able to walk through Estrada shots. Obviously, you see even Sean Gibbons there, the manager of Estrada, being upset and thinking that it was a robbery. I don't agree with that at all. I think again, Kit Kat, as Ness likes to call him, put in a stellar performance. Again, shows that he is the top guy in the division. It's gonna be sad that Inoue might be leaving the division imminently. And we won't get to see that matchup, but a Khalid Yaffe, that fight, that matchup interests me. There's definitely stuff out there for him. even a McWilliams Aurora fight. That would be a fun fight. You know, if HBO or if any network is still wanting to invest in these lower weight classes, there's still tons of great matchups to put on. And I thought all 3 of these fights were fantastic. Definitely hit that like button. You know, this is a Patreon exclusive, but definitely hit the like button anyways. Comment below what you thought of the fights. You know, did you think any of these guys should have got the decision, whether it be Estrada, whether it be Quadras? Let me know if you thought there was a controversial decision here. I really didn't. I wasn't on social media that much last night, so I didn't have my finger on the pulse. So let me know what you guys think, Patreon family, and definitely let me know what you want the winners to match up with. We're gonna be coming back obviously tomorrow with some shows. I'm assuming when Ness gets back in town, and I'm definitely gonna assume that that once we have what is that? I forget. Oh, we're going to have new trailers coming out for the new episode 2 of the documentary. So stay tuned for that as well. I'm going to be hitting up Mickey today. We're going to be discussing that. Also, Enrique, we're going to be discussing that as well. I know he's going to be the main editor on one of the episodes coming up. I don't know which one. We're going to try to decide that. Again, some pre-pro stuff, but your Patreon, your family. Let me know what you guys thought of the first episode as well. I thought that was a fantastic. Shout out to Mickey. Shout out to Enrique. Those guys did fantastic work. We released a new interview out of Deontay today, part of Camp Life, the Enrique shot. Check that out. Aaron Cantu was out, I believe, at the forum. He released some videos. Check that out. He's going to be at the Triple G Canelo press conference on Tuesday. So am I believe. I was trying to get some content there, so check that out. Stay tuned for the YouTube channel for that. Standing 8 count will be coming back as a regular Friday show. Again, with this new software I'm using, it's going to be so much easier to do. And it should be fun. So, peace. Have a good one.
Look at RT. You ain't never seen this man throw a video where he was running on the track. Ever! Never.
What is up, TBV family? Yes, YouTube has been cutting funding to their channels as of late, and with net neutrality going through its process, the internet is changing. If you want to keep your favorite channel intact, coming up with tons of content, and plus get hours and hours of extra content, head over to patreon.com/ThaBoxingvoice to become a member of the TBV family and help support the channel. Peace.
No other sight in the game can see the boxing voice.